Blinky time, it's almost time for Blinky time. Come along and take our hands, we're going to Blinky Land. Blinky time, Blinky time. It's almost Isla Blinky. Isla La Blanky?
Isla Blanky.
The island of Blanky.
Isla de Blanky. Isla de Blanker.
Was it Jurassic Park?
Give me one then.
Isla Nublar.
Isla Nublar?
Isla Blanky.
Is that actually from Jurassic Park?
Yeah, that was the island, I think.
Blanky Island?
Well, it was. I don't know why it was called Isla Nublar, but
Nublar?
that's where the dinos were.
Nublar sounds like a fun early 2000s toy.
And then Isla.
The Nublars have attacked.
Sounds like a Marvel superhero that never got off the ground. Introducing Nublar.
What would his powers be?
Nublar abilities.
Nublar abilities?
Yeah, I don't know. I hadn't gotten that far.
Nublar, I think of like, he's kind of made out of the stuff that Flex Armstrong was full of,
Right.
you know?
That-
So he's like bulletproof, right?
Right.
But besides,
But he tastes sweet inside.
yeah, that was what they said.
Yeah.
But it was apparently toxic. That's why the new ones are like, now he's non-toxic.
Because did you chew on your Stretch Armstrong or
No,
no? I
No.
didn't either.
I never chewed on it.
I never busted one. I just stretched him as far as he could go, and then he just never went back together. He just kind of stayed all
Really?
kind of out. Yeah.
That defeats the purpose of Flex Armstrong.
Well, I was a destructive kid, and I destroyed most things. So
That's funny. No, I had a little baby Flex Armstrong. You know how like
oh right.
they have the tiny series
Yeah.
things
Yeah, yeah,
where
yeah.
he was literally the size of, half of my thumb. And I would stretch him around and stuff.
What fun is that? How much can he actually stretch?
He could stretch a lot. But I wanted a full-size one because, it seemed dope.
Yeah.
Because they're actually really bulletproof. I believe, I could be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure Hasbro did get contracted by the military to sell some of the Flex Armstrong technology to try to make smart armor with
That's
it.
pretty dope, actually.
Because there's videos, you can look it up, like Kentucky Ballistics. He's a guy on YouTube. And a couple other, like, gun nut YouTube guys did videos of shooting Flex Armstrongs.
Yeah.
Stops everything.
Dude, I did not know that.
Just catches it.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Because it's like,
if the world ever goes to crap, we'll just
buy a bunch of Flex
buy a bunch of
Armstrongs and
Flex
duct tape
Armstrong.
them to yourself.
Just like strap them across your chest. It's,
Yeah, you could do that. Or you could get plow discs. Plow discs work pretty good.
plow discs.
Yeah, like the farm discs.
I feel like that would be heavier than Stretch Armstrong.
I mean, if you have the proper amount of Stretch Armstrongs for full coverage, it's pretty heavy. Like
Yeah.
a Flex Armstrong's pretty stout.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It's pretty hefty.
But the properties of the goop on the inside, it's like it has that thing kind of like oobleck where it's hard if it has a lot amount of energy put into it,
Right.
but then it's soft and malleable, with less energy applied. So they were going to try to figure out how to make. They probably did. They just never told anybody.
Right. Maybe.
It's an area. The secret
Area 51.
Flex Armstrong body armor is probably in Area 51.
That's what they're hiding. I believe it.
Yeah. To get into conspiracy stuff, it is interesting how when there was, remember the Area 51 raid?
Yes.
Thing.
Oh, a few years ago.
Yeah.
COVID.
Where where it's just like a bunch of weebs went out there. And they're like, we're gonna raid Area 51, but really they just like played music and like
Yeah.
had
How'd that work out?
blow
for
up
'em?
aliens and stuff. The White House and the military and stuff or whatever they prepared better for that than they did, like, what was the example? Oh, there was some government property that was burned down during the Summer of Love. And they knew that, like, people were going to be tearing it up, and they didn't prepare and protect that as well, nearly as well as they did as Area 51.
So what does that tell you?
Like, they had briefings. Here, let me say that. They had briefings and training seminars for the people that were the security at Area 51 on how to identify a Naruto run. Because the whole meme was they were going to Naruto run onto Area 51.
Yeah, I remember that.
And get the aliens out of there.
Mm.
And
just tell them to come hang out at Wake Tech for half a day. They'll see plenty of it.
But yeah, they had like official security meetings, and had to watch videos of people doing Naruto runs.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, that tells you that they got to be having some extra secrets up in that place.
Something.
It's a little intimidating. Maybe have something to do with the Pentagon hearing this past week. I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah, I think all that was just trying to distract us.
Oh, you think it's a disinformation?
Not disinformation, just it's a distraction.
Yeah.
Because anytime that's like
elections.
Well, I saw a thing that was funny. It was like a mock White House press briefing or whatever, and the guy pretending to be the speaker or whatever was like, "Listen, there's aliens. We got aliens. They're coming. Look at all these aliens." And the dude's like, do you have anything to comment on why we invaded Iran again?
Right, yeah, exactly.
And then he's like, you got me. Like,
yeah.
I think there's a bit more of that, because most people are going to be like, there's aliens and you don't care about it? It's like, listen.
Yeah.
If you're a biblical scholar, you've been on the alien train for a while.
A long time.
So, yeah, I just think it's a distraction.
Yeah. Makes sense. The government is pretty good at that historically. Still interesting.
Breakfast
to see
propaganda.
Yeah. Hey, man, I haven't eaten breakfast at all this week because of you.
Do you feel great?
No, not really. Kind of hungry and grouchy all the time, but I looked super thin this morning, so.
Dude, it's been pretty. Yesterday was the first cool day.
Yeah, it felt great. It felt like
in
fall
a while.
Almost. Yeah.
But the rest of the time it's been hot, and I've been welding and forging stuff, which, if you don't know, is a very toasty activity.
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
And I haven't been eating breakfast or lunch. I've just been drinking a crud ton of water.
Yesterday was the first day I haven't literally sweated like 18 pounds off roasting.
No, yeah, so that's what I was about to say. When I weighed myself the other day, I was 176.
Wow.
Just lost a lot of weight, either sweating or working, or both.
176.
Well, listen,
Not
you're
there
frickin' 6'5".
Yeah, well.
I'm 4'9".
4'9.5". Give yourself the credit you deserve. Yeah, no, it was definitely like a complete change yesterday. It was very nice. I could get used to it.
Oh my God, yeah, dude. We're going to Maine coming up on a road trip.
Oh yeah, I'm
and
excited
the
for you.
weather is like mid-70s, and at night like lower 50s.
Right.
I'm so stoked,
dude.
I'm gonna eat a crap ton of lobster rolls.
Yeah.
And enjoy the weather.
Dude, I'm very jealous. I'm living through you guys. Gonna have to.
Yeah, I'll sit down and show you all the pictures, and make you miss out on everything, and just be like, look what you missed out on.
Again,
how like white people like to do that. They're like, look, you missed out on all this stuff we did.
To reference a very familiar Christian cult, a cult practice that I'm a part of, the Enneagram. I am a 7, and FOMO is my biggest fear. So I will definitely be sad. Yeah. That's why I do everything. Everything that I do is motivated by FOMO, basically, to cover the pain in my life.
it's when I think about you, I can't really picture that. I don't know why.
Just because I'm a very unhealthy 7.
Well, maybe I haven't seen like a legit FOMO moment. Like Elijah Moe, who was on the podcast, when he was younger, he had like severe FOMO,
Makes
and
sense.
you could just tell,
Yeah.
But like I can't really tell it with you. I haven't.
I repress it all until it boils up and I land in therapy. That's all.
And then you just talk about how you missed out on stuff the whole time.
Basically, how I wasted my whole life. Yeah, I am excited.
You haven't wasted your whole
I'm
life.
excited though.
That's harsh.
It's a little harsh.
You don't need to be harsh.
Well, I'm the harshest at myself. It's okay. It's part of the game. Yeah. It's but no, you guys will have fun. It's gonna be a good trip. We are going to Guatemala in a couple months, so I'll show you all the pictures from that so you can miss out.
That'll be dope.
So yeah,
Man, Guatland is where it's at.
it is, man. It's been a while.
Can't
since
wait to
we've
go
been.
at some point.
So we're going to hang out with some friends. We've got a friend getting married. I'm excited for that. And then we'll touch base with some of the kids in the education program with La Mano de Dios.
Give them some Neutralista.
Yes. Give them some Nutrilista. We're going to be doing some school supplies stuff. We've got 25 kids that are finishing up primary school. And
What is the primary school range? Like,
it's
what is
like
that?
5th grade or 6th grade, I think. I think it's 5th grade. And
Max?
Then, well,
the max?
it ends. So primary school is like free in most
Yeah.
countries, and then like most of the kids drop out because you have to pay for secondary school.
Yeah. Okay.
And so we got 25 kids that are aging out, and we really want to be able to send them all to primary school. So if you want to help, hey, buy a bag of Grateful coffee, and see what your purchase can do. It's about $30 US a month per kid for tuition. It doesn't include like school supplies and things like that. So we're gonna try and tackle the school supplies in December when we go, and then and then hopefully we can raise some funding between now and then. And school year starts in February, so we'd really love to have all 25 in a secondary school in Antigua, which is about 6 kilometers from where we're doing anyway. Side note.
What is that in
little-
freedom meters?
I don't know how to convert kilometers to miles, but a kilometer is a little bit further. I know that. So it's like not quite 6 miles.
So it's like 4.5. Does that
yeah,
sound right?
5 miles. Yeah,
I think it's a little.
as the crow flies.
Yeah.
No, but it's not.
As
Yeah.
the crow flies.
So our place is right above Cerro de la Cruz. So if you've been to Antigua and you see the giant cross that's overlooking the city,
T-bows.
you drive up that mountain and keep driving, and we're up there. That's where the
Living in the
compound
cross.
is. Yeah.
Have you seen the big cross in Texas?
No, I haven't
Remember
been
the
to Texas
one
in a long
I showed
time.
you?
Oh, maybe.
It's like
Maybe.
19 stories tall,
That's terrifying.
and it's interesting. The whole place there was built by like it's like a group. It's like the Catholics of Texas or whatever. Like,
Dude, sounds like a
and they
pretty
have
BA group.
when you're on 40 driving. So 40 kind of cuts through the top of Texas and goes through Amarillo, and you can just see it for miles just in the distance. Like, it just starts out this tiny little thing, and it keeps getting closer and closer and closer and closer.
You know, that's terrifying.
A giant cross.
Well, just a giant anything, because I have fear if you're driving down 70 from Garner to Clayton and you pass this big old American flag on the side of the road by the Camping World.
Oh yeah,
Right?
Camping World. That's a good place.
It's terrifying. Every time I pass it, I'm afraid it's going to blow off and
And
land
wrap
on
your
my
car.
windshield or something. I literally get anxiety.
It won't be
driving by it.
landing just on your windshield. It'll be
Wrap
covering
the whole car
your entire car.
and the big rig behind me.
Yeah.
Like, it's a freaking huge flag, and it's very anxiety inducing. So Camping World, if you're listening, dude, what are you trying to prove here?
America,
Come on now.
pride,
Yeah, well,
love for one's country.
get a smaller flag, man. What are you trying to prove? You're overcompensating for something, Camping World.
Hey, you looked up there, didn't you? Though.
Yeah, I looked
Yeah.
because someone's insecure. That's why I looked. And
It's like the Noodle Man at the car lot.
Well, that's different.
Freaking
I
out.
like the Noodle Man.
There's some massive ones.
Still not as intimidating as as a 20-story American flag flapping in the wind. Dude, that could do a lot of damage on a windy day.
Now
So,
that's a lot of damage.
Yeah,
To quote Phil Swift.
Phil Swift.
Phil
Again.
Swift is a legend. He freaking fixed the Hoover Dam. He put the Hoover Dam in a can. He sawed a boat in half. And he
Okay.
turned a car into a submarine that was better than the Ocean Gate one.
I feel like there's several people that can do that.
What? Make a
The
submarine?
submarine that's better than Ocean Gates.
There's a dude who like sells plans online to make them out of the like plastic big corrugated pipes for like ditches and stuff.
So you're saying Ocean Gate bought the plans on eBay?
No,
Is that what you're saying? And
the big corrugated pipe one, it could go down like 25 feet. The Ocean Gate one could go deep. The problem is that I told you about the titanium
Yeah.
and the carbon fiber thing.
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Look, that's something I would love to do, man. Is like go deep sea diving, exploring, bro.
Mm-mm.
One day it's gonna happen. Like I'm really trying
And
to.
then you're gonna die, huh?
No, man, you gotta die from something.
You're gonna be liquefied and cooked in an instant.
It's all right.
That's what happened to those people.
Well, they
unfortunately.
didn't even know what was happening. So if you gotta go,
Yeah.
maybe that's one of the better ways.
Did you see the
to go.
controller survived?
Mm-mm.
You know the Logitech controller.
Really?
They found it at the bottom,
Dang.
like next to the Titanic. That's
That's
like the new Nokia.
It's terrible. Yeah. All right. Gosh.
That
Yeah.
thing's indestructible.
I don't know, man. Something about the ocean mesmerizes me. It's
I'm fine
like space, but
pooping my pants watching Planet Earth because it's scary, but I like it. You know,
why is it scary?
because it's the deep down. There's 25-foot anacondas in the rainforest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see some of that.
Just imagine what's in the ocean.
Old Nessie.
I told you
probably.
about it's like NCP 95 or something like that, where it's the giant eel that's as long as the coast of California.
Wow.
That comes from like actual fables.
Really?
Yeah, I think
And
it's
it's
down
real?
there. It's a legend.
Well, the megalodon's down there somewhere.
Yeah, it's under the semi-permeable membrane of the deeper.
Does that mean
depths
the
of
ocean is
bottom.
a brain? And it's just like a living, like the whole ocean is a living organism?
I mean, it's got life in it. I don't know.
Dude, who knows?
What does the Bible say?
Right. It doesn't say. It's kind of silent on that issue. That's cool though. It's cool to think about. All right, man. So what's the plan?
So, today,
I'm very intrigued by the way today's gonna go.
well, I mean, it's kind of already going the way I figured it would go. It'd be us riffing on stuff. So, on TikTok, I have a special folder.
Ooh.
And because on TikTok, you can save stuff, but you can not only save stuff, you can make subfolders in your saves of all sorts of things.
Okay.
And so, as my feed has, and the algorithm has brought me different things through the vastness of the internet and the vastness of TikTok,
Right.
I have put together a Blinky Time folder, which
I'm stoked.
everything in this folder is something that either fits the theme of Blanky Time or can spark something to talk about on Blanky Time.
Groovy.
And because I couldn't really think of anything to talk about specifically, and I've had this racking up for such a long time, I figured we'd go ahead and start chipping away. Oh,
Mhm.
freaking heck! Why is this? At this. So,
I'm excited. I've never even seen a TikTok video. So
really?
Uh,
I've seen a couple.
no,
of
I've
them
seen a
too.
couple. I've seen
Of like
the-
Fulton Lee. Like,
dude, that was
Fulton Lee on TikTok. He's killing the
Yeah,
music game.
he's killing the music game everywhere.
I have. They're called.
If you're listening, Fulton,
we
hit
love
us
you.
up. Yeah, man.
Um,
How about a feature?
that would be dope. So I have 46 different
I'm
collection
excited.
folders,
Dude.
just of stuff that I. So let me give you a taste of kind of
All right,
what
give
I
me a
saved.
taste.
Element. Camping.
Mm.
Food.
Mm-hmm.
Things to watch. Tap. EJ, because Elijah has a flip phone, so I save stuff for him.
Okay.
Travel, hiking, solar builds, Raleigh food, Blanky time folder,
Mm-hmm.
sneaky,
Mm.
woodworking, DIY home ideas, metalworking, animal diet, black diesel, health, music, gadgets, theology, cars and truck hacks, foraging, sewing, drinks, 3D printing, home, fashion and clothes,
Mm-hmm.
politics and candidates, solar, Japan,
Okay.
knife making,
Mm-hmm.
truck build,
Mm.
reading, Skyrim, church, chicken farms, peanut silo,
Yes.
Red Dead, gift ideas, brewing and winemaking, music. Oh wait, that one's duplicated. Useful websites, tanning,
Mm.
casting,
Mm-hmm.
guitar.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a lot
Yeah,
of
you have
different stuff.
a lot of different interests there. I'm intrigued.
So let's dive in.
Let's
I have
dive in.
59 videos I have saved for Blanky Time. And this is very interesting. It's always a great sign when the stuff you save, there's a lot of videos taken down. Like all those gray ones are videos
That's
that have,
awesome. Those are probably the ones that we'd want to watch the most right now.
Yeah.
Anything that gets taken down.
All right, so let's jump in.
Right.
First video.
All right.
And more than likely, I'm going to put these up in the video format. So if you're watching on Spotify, you can click the little bar where it's playing down below, and you can watch the live video happening.
That's
and
right, bro.
the video will
As
be
we're watching
up on there. So this sound was going around for just nostalgia stuff because it makes the nostalgia hit.
Mm.
But all these pictures listed
Man.
are a bunch of arcade games. And some of these I don't even recognize, but a lot of them I do. You probably recognize a lot of
Oh
these.
yeah, dude. Yes.
Dude, the freaking Kmart
Yes. Dumbo.
Goofy
like,
elephant
yeah,
ride.
man. Wow.
Chuck E. Cheese's. Where a kid can be a kid.
Skee-Ball.
Skee-Ball,
bro.
classic.
Mm.
Classic righty horse.
Whatever happened to riding horses? You don't see 'em
People don't have
anywhere, man.
change anymore. Redeem your tickets. The
You know-
ticket eater.
A whole generation is missing out, dude.
So that was the first one.
Wow.
So
Wow,
there's a
man.
lot of videos with that sound.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's just all sorts of stuff.
That brought up all the feels, but really, what happened to us?
There's still the Chuck E. Cheese's off of Capitol you could go to.
Is that really where you want to take your kids, though, with the risk of being shot, or it's kind of a sketchy place?
Or hitting somebody crossing the road at the wrong spot, getting there.
Honestly, it's kind of a sketchy area. Yeah, man, we need to get back on it, dude. Walmart, Publix. Where's your
Walmart?
ridey horses?
Yeah, they used to have them like at the
Like,
front little
if
spot of the
Kmart can
grocery.
afford it,
Yeah,
you guys can.
things
Maybe
Kmart's
that's why
dying.
Kmart died.
They got rid of the righty rides.
Yeah, and the kids stopped wanting to go. Parents stopped wanting to take them, and it's a downhill spiral.
Yeah,
Plus, think
could be.
about it. Like, kids today are all in their phones. What if we just took more time to enjoy the little Dumbo elephant
Yeah.
ride?
Who needs the
carousel?
Dumbo elephant ride when you're an iPad kid? You know.
So you can stand all weird and grow up with social anxiety?
Yeah.
Not a
Alright.
fair trade. Not a fair trade.
Next video, Christian rock through the 2000s.
Oh, man. This is going to hit home. John Cooper looks significantly different now.
Yo, Toby Mac.
Bro, this is my jam. Did you see the movie to go with this song? It was so good.
Yeah, we talked about it in the movies
Oh my-
episode, I think.
That was so good.
Extreme
it's
Days.
Super cheesy, but
No, it's a classic.
but I loved it.
Dude, the fight scene over the campsite
Yeah, bro.
scene. Oh my god.
Oh man. Yeah.
Gangbusters.
Dude, for real. Yeah. POD.
I barely remember this
Dude. Yeah, I love them. 12 Stones? Dude, they had like 2 good albums and then they disappeared.
one. Really?
Paul McCoy though, he was in the Evanescence song, "Will Bring Me to Life."
1,000 Foot Crutch.
Dude, I still listen to 1,000 Foot Crutch.
Are they still around?
I don't know if they're still making music, but they're. Rockfest was the best album for sure.
Yeah.
Pillar, dude. I saw Pillar in
2004.
concert a couple times.
Yo, a white guy with dreads. That hits.
Oh, dude, Falling Up.
Vibing in the woods. The thing is, as long as we
Barlow
comment while
Girl.
we're watching this, then we won't get copyright struck.
Oh wow, Cutlass. Yeah. Rock with some
That
Cutlass.
one was bumping a lot back in the day.
Red. Red's still making music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've seen them in concert several times.
I think the only one that's still popular is Skillet. Like they've kind
Yeah,
of made a
they've-
comeback.
Dropped off though, man. Their music has gotten significantly less good. But
Yeah.
for a while there, man, I saw Skillet probably 8 times in concert.
8 times.
Yeah.
You're just really
Was
eating
it?
up the frying pan.
I was I was a super Christian rock kid, man.
Super
1,000
Christian
Foot
rock.
Crutch
kid.
though. I never saw them in concert, but
Dude, frickin' I guess
Surprised
the
Barlow
rock
Girl
scene
made
and the emo scene were a little different. Like
Yeah.
Flyleaf and like
Yeah, that was
Hawk Nelson.
Hog Nelson was great.
They were more punk technically
Yeah,
than rock. And
I
the-
guess so. I don't know how
Yeah.
Barlow Girl made it in there with everyone else, but I listen to them too. I played a song from them for my nieces, I think, recently, and yeah, interesting, man. That was that was a good era in Christian music.
Yeah, it was the crossover time, you know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like those groups and stuff, they had like songs that were super Christian-y, but they had a lot that were just like good songs.
Yeah,
And I don't think nowadays people who are doing that where they're just Christians making good music,
mm-hmm.
they're not as breakthrough. Like the only real breakthrough group is 21 Pilots,
Right. Yeah.
you know.
No, I agree. No, good bands, man. I'm gonna have to bump those later.
Bump
today.
them
That's,
in the Subaru.
mm-hmm.
All right, let's move on here.
They're all in the place again tonight.
I'll have to bleep stuff out. I remember that.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep walking towards it.
So this is a video of alleged cryptids. You can see the eyes
Might
in the
actually get to
distance.
capture something here. Son of a bitch.
Looks like a dude staring at him in the bushes.
All right, whatever you are, you need to leave. Stay out of this place.
This dude's got a pair.
This is our home.
Oh
Shotgun rack.
This is our home.
You about to take out the cryptids, son.
Bro, that
To
thing,
leave.
the head kind of looks all kind of weird shaped.
Yeah. So in this video, maybe this guy just had his cousin go out in the bushes.
Now.
But it's not like an animal figure hiding behind bushes. It's like
And it doesn't even really look that much like a human figure, though. It's kind of like a. I mean, he looks kind of smaller.
I don't think it's gonna come around for a little bit.
Oh,
he's
snap.
shooting at it. He's like, get out of here.
Well, there you go.
Oh God. I hope that does it.
I don't think it's gonna
Really
come
do.
around for a little bit. I think that'll keep it away for a while.
Creepy stuff,
That's
dude.
creepy, bro.
Oh God. I hope that does it. I really do.
Yeah, that's creepy. He's a long way from home, from the house.
Yeah.
I think
I
would
could
have to
imagine
stay a little
going,
closer
going
to
past
home
the front porch all that
because-
far.
Yeah, I'm not, because you don't know how fast that thing is. If it starts coming towards you, it's over. Dang.
Yeah, man. All right. We're back, baby. More nostalgia. 90s and early 2000s lineup. This is PBS.
Oh, Zaboomafoo.
Zaboomafoo
Yeah.
with the Krat brothers. The big comfy couch. I
Wow.
barely remember this.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It's
a lot
like
of that.
recognizable. Between the
Wow.
Lions.
Yep.
Classic.
Arthur, bro. My kids still watch that.
Yeah.
That's The Dragon Tales.
Dragon Tales, which
yeah.
has a correlation to this show, which, if
Yeah,
you
they,
don't know
they
by
ripped
now.
off our
Yeah, they ripped off
theme
our
song.
theme song.
crazy Barney.
Barney.
Yeah.
Freaking
Lots of
cokehead.
memories there.
JJ the jet plane.
That was after me, but
We made fun of my brother-in-law Ben for looking like JJ the jet plane when he was younger.
that's terrible. That's terrible.
I don't remember that one.
Mr.
Mr. Rogers'
Rogers,
Neighborhood. Classic. R.I.P. I don't remember that
Oh, I
one.
remember that. And
Zoom?
Yeah, Zoom and Teletubbies.
What was Zoom?
I don't remember what it was about. I just remember seeing it.
Oh. I wasn't allowed to watch Teletubbies.
Yeah, we watched it for a while. Very weird. Very. I feel like the creator was high, maybe a few times. Yeah.
Maya Miguel, did you probably never saw this.
I don't know, that looks really familiar.
It was like a cartoon that kind of tried to indoctrinate you into learning Spanish.
Hey, those shows were the best.
Yeah, like I learned how to say Amarillo for yellow
Yeah.
from the show.
No, that's awesome. Oh, the Bernstein.
The
Bears.
Bernstein Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you heard about the Mandela effect with these?
Yeah,
Bears-
it's like the.
Because some say it's
Bernstein.
Bearstein and some say it's Bearstein,
Mhm.
and the spelling's different, and it's weird.
Clifford.
Clifford the big wet dog.
Oh.
Cyber Chase, dude.
Oh, wow, I didn't watch
Gilbert Godfrey voiced the parrot guy, so also rip Gilbert Godfrey.
That. Yeah, he was great.
Sesame Street. Can you tell me how to get Caillou?
You.
Caillou can rot in hell.
I never watched it.
Fetch with Rough Ruffman.
Oh wow.
Did you watch Fetch with Rough Ruffman?
I didn't.
This
no.
was more my era. Fetch with Rough Ruffman was like a reality game show with like a bunch of kids as the contestants, and each week like one would get voted off or whatever. But they had all sorts of different like challenges and stuff
That's
they had to do.
It was like
And-
Survivor kind of.
yeah,
But for
like
kids.
so one of them was one of the girls had to work at a coffee shop and like make a bunch of cookies and stuff. And then one of the boys, they doctored him up with prosthetics and things to look like an old lady. And he went in there and, you know, tried to pass as an old lady. And he did. The girl didn't notice, and so he won. Like that was
Got you.
the idea.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Those are some good
PBS
shows,
hits.
man. Yeah. Even the shows now, like
Wild Kratts is good.
Molly of Denali. My kids love that. It's a
Denali?
great show. Molly of Denali.
Denali.
Yeah.
Like
She lives in Alaska, and so
Mm.
in Kaya, Alaska, and it's super educational. Girls love it.
interesting. Does it teach
Yeah.
you how to like skin animals and stuff?
It teaches you a lot about Alaskan culture, the different tribes, and like original native people. It's but it's also like about a girl who runs like a trading post with her family, and she goes on all kinds of cool shenanigans.
Interesting.
It's like Dora, kinda,
But America.
but not well.
American Dora.
But not even American, because it's more like Native Alaskan culture. You know, they don't even.
It's on the Americas, buddy. America for the win.
Yeah, sure, whatever. All right.
All right.
What else you
keep going.
got?
More nostalgia. These were like the cheap Dollar Tree Ninja toys.
Mhm.
Classic. Scooby
Oh,
snacks.
dude, those Scooby gummies, the blue ones. Oh my
They
god.
hit.
They don't make those anymore like that.
Yeah.
They still have Scooby gummies, but they're not like that.
The little.
Yeah.
What are these things called?
It's not a projector. It's like a
It might. Well, it is a
is it
projector.
overhead projector. No.
It's one of the projectors where you lay the crap on top of it and it projects it up onto the wall.
Yeah.
That is freaking awesome.
Yeah. Crazy. Crazy technology. Oh,
Dinosaur computers.
Yeah. I remember that.
Don't spill the beans. I never played that. Notebook filled pad. Mechanical.
Mhm.
Oh, these are like little pay for stuff. Was
Yeah, I
this in,
remember
like public
those.
school.
Yeah.
I never went to public school or nothing. So
I don't remember a lot of those. I remember like in the bathroom you could buy like medicine, condoms and stuff, but
really, you
Yeah.
could buy condoms in the public school bathroom
not in the school bathroom, no. But
Oh, well, yeah,
just-
like-
just in like
at the movie theater.
movie
Yeah, you could get
theaters,
like
yeah,
ibuprofen and condoms in
Yeah.
Cologne.
all at the movie theater. It's like, what do they think you're about to do in this movie?
The orange
Dude,
Rugrats VHS.
That was I have that. Well, I might still have that VHS,
It's
but
classic.
I just introduced my kids to Rugrats
Oh yeah.
the other week. We were at the beach. And
Nice.
Yeah, they loved it.
Did you ever play Gooey Louie?
I don't think so.
I was telling Sarah about this the other day. So Gooey Louie is one of those interactive games,
Mhm.
right? Where you have Gooey Louie, who is it's like a plastic head, and it's full of like rubber boogers, right? And one of the boogers is tied to a string on the inside, and when you pull the string, his head breaks open and his brain is on a spring and it shoots out of his head.
That's
So it's kind of it's kind of like the alligator game where you like poke the teeth
yeah,
and then you might get bit.
right.
So you just reach up in there and you're picking boogers.
So you pick his boogers until his brain explodes.
Yeah, and whoever explodes his brain loses.
Maybe this is what's wrong. I've been thinking it was Minecraft the whole time, but maybe it's this.
What?
game that just ruined a generation? I don't know.
No.
That's just.
Do you want to join my Minecraft server?
Seriously.
No, seriously. Oh my God, Pajama Sam, dude.
I don't remember Pajama Sam.
Pajama Sam.
Mm-mm.
Pajama Sam was the same era of like interactive PC click and point games.
Mhm.
Like you couldn't WASD on them.
Right.
You know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
But it was like he would run to the next frame and there was a bunch of interactive stuff in the frame and you'd click on it and you'd try to solve puzzles and junk. And so there's Pajama Sam, there's one where you're like a little car that did stuff, and then there's Freddy the Fish.
Mm.
I think I got some Freddy the
I played
Fish on here.
Solitaire, man. That's about the extent of my computer games.
That's sad. Dude, these
Yeah.
things.
I remember those.
It was like I don't even remember the flavor, but it was like the texture was on point.
Yeah.
It's like the frickin' it's like a reindeer gummy lollipop candy
Yeah,
thing.
Weird sugary corn syrup sandwich, basically.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
SpongeBob SquarePants
SpongeBob
cereal.
Cereal.
Roller
I didn't
coaster
really watch SpongeBob. My brother did.
Tycoon.
Dude, I remember that game.
This was I had buddies who played this. I never played it myself because I couldn't figure out how to build crap.
Yeah. Oh, we had that game too. Yeah.
SpongeBob PlayStation 2 game was
Mhm.
fire. I don't know what that is. Ouch,
I remember
bubblegum?
those. Yeah, those were so good. Very flavorful.
What is ouch bubblegum?
I mean, it's just the branding, I guess.
Did it
but
hurt when you ate it?
No, but like they had those three flavors. Like when you pop them open, and it was like a different color strip of gum for each one.
Is it
it
a
was just
10?
really super flavorful. But
Is it
like
a
it
10?
loses the flavor like
Instantly?
within, like,
Kind of
5
like the
minutes.
zebra gum?
kind of like the zebra gum, yeah. But it was more flavorful than zebra.
Oh, wow.
But it was like immediately you're like, oh, I gotta spit this out.
It's like how juicy fruit is like good for a couple seconds. and
Right,
then-
basically. It was in the era of juicy fruit and all the Wrigley's gums that left you wanting more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Splash pad with the mushroom fountain.
Dude.
Those
yeah.
things hit.
Mm-hmm. Dude,
My
I
memories
have
were
one of
made.
those in my backyard still.
Crash Dummies. I vaguely remember those.
I remember the commercials with them. Oh, dude, yeah,
Tech Deck.
I have a couple of those at the house.
Could you
the
do
girls.
like kickflips and junk with them?
Yeah, I could like do a shove it.
Cause you
Yeah.
know, like people who
I could barely ollie.
can do the Tech Deck crud with their fingers.
We used to try.
Yeah.
We could do like ollies and jumps and stuff, but we never tried to do it. We didn't have any of the ramps or stuff. We just played with them on the table.
The commercials for Tech Decks went so hard. Like all the commercials were fire.
Yeah, bro. They're coming. They're making a comeback.
Yeah, they're coming
Like,
back.
They got a bunch of really nice decks at saw Walmart the other day.
I think I saw a video where they like screwed a bunch of Tech Decks to the bottom of a board and like went to the skate park with it and
That's
was like
dope.
trying to skate on it.
That's dope, actually.
It actually kind of worked because of the displacement.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's pretty cool.
Wow,
Oh, and then
Mhm.
Kool-Aid bursts.
dude.
Breaking off the end of one of these like a frag, just
Yeah.
and then chugging that bad boy.
So good.
I only got these at like summer camp and crud because
Right.
of the colors and stuff.
No, we made a regular habit of buying these and drinking them.
You had these stocked at your house.
Seriously.
What about
Along
the-
with the 2-liter sodas that I drank every day?
What about the barrels, the barrel juice?
Yeah, I didn't like them as much though, but we had some. We
Oh,
would
really?
get them at like friends' house and stuff, but those were better in my opinion.
When I was a kid, when I would go to work with Dad, we in early in the morning is when we'd get up to go to work and stuff, and so we always go to the gas station because you got to fill up all the crud with gas and whatnot. And he would let me get a drink for the day,
Right.
and I would get the bug juice.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Bug juice was like
Yeah.
painful to drink, but it was so good.
Yeah.
And
then
just
you get that little like pop cap bottle thing it came
Yeah.
with too. Then you just keep those and refill them with like your juice later.
and I always imagined it was like bug juice tasted like what Daddy Longlegs tasted like because there was Daddy Longlegs on the packaging.
So do you think that started your obsession with bugs and how we're gonna eat them in the future?
No, that's
That's-
just because I have a sustainability mindset, Matt.
Okay, whatever you say, man. Whatever you say.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it, no. If you don't know what that's from, what is wrong with you?
I don't know what it's from. I would be honest with you.
Matt!
Serious.
Spirit.
The movie.
Yes. The horse
yeah,
movie.
See, that was like my brother. Like you're my brother's age, and
yeah.
so that was like his favorite movie
Dude,
growing up.
The
I didn't even
soundtrack
watch
is
it, bro.
so fire.
I watched it once, and then the girls got into the weird show that is
No.
like a newer version
The
of
show's-
Spirit.
Awful.
Yeah,
Trash.
yeah.
My sisters watched that. The movie, just cinematically, is beautiful, and the soundtrack is amazing. It goes so hard.
That was DreamWorks, right?
I think so, yeah.
That was one of their first like banger movies. You know, they've had a few since then, but that was before the Madagascar and what else is DreamWorks? Ferdinand, Rio. They've got some bangers.
2002. Man.
Yeah. See, I was 12. I was kind of. That was the entering of my skater
You were
phase.
12 in 2002?
Bro, I'm old as hell. I
Oh
told
my
you
god.
That. I told you that.
What the heck? That's nuts.
But no, that was like the beginning of my skater phase. So I was not as much into the Spirit movies or animated flicks at that time. It was X-Men Evolution and skateboarding all day. That's
I mean, that's a good combo.
yeah.
But yeah, soundtrack goes hard.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
But you know what else sounds amazing?
I think. Oh, an ad.
Yeah, probably that.
Shoobity boop bop bop.
All right. here we go. Today's episode is brought to you and powered by Grateful Coffee. What I know about Grateful Coffee is that they roast up some of the finest dirty beans in the business.
It's true.
And not only do they make delicious coffee, they're also helping others. Every bag you buy is helping the money that you put into the bag when you buy the coffee go to people in need
It's true.
in Guatland,
That is.
otherwise known as Guatemala. So if you don't want to be a chump, buy Grateful Coffee, help out the people in Guatland, and get yourself some nice, delicious, dirty beans.
Yeah.
You can check them out at grateful.coffee on
That's correct.
social medias, and it's also grateful.coffee for the website. So you can
That's true.
order from there, look them up, hit them up, all that jazz.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Stone. And today's episode is also brought to you and powered by Oak Nut Workshop.
Oat nut?
Oak
Oak?
Nut. Oat Nut Workshop is my company. We just started. No.
Oatmeal?
Yeah, we build oatmeal. Oak Nut Workshop is a craftsman-owned company owned by the one and only Stone Kiker, who is one heck of a craftsman. He can do it all: leatherwork, woodwork, metal fab, whatever you need, he can do. He can build custom things for you, your company, your family, and the world.
The world.
He's built some incredible stuff for us, including really dope coffee cart. He's working on some tables now. I've seen him make spears. He's making a giant sword.
Yep, it should be finished by the time this comes out.
Yeah, that's exciting.
So there should be pictures and stuff.
But you can get up with him, and if you have a design in mind, he can bring it to life. You can find out more on socials, all the socials at Oak Nut Workshop, and online at oaknutworkshop.com.
That's right.
All right.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, man. Add out.
Add out. Wait.
Hey,
Alright, so let's keep on
let's get back at it.
getting on the TikTok train.
Look at this. This is one of the
this is
coolest
dope.
things I've ever seen.
So this is what I was showing you
at the bottom
a
here,
while ago
every single one of those lines is a
with the
biblical
Jordan
verse.
Peterson
Okay?
talking about the hyperlinked
Now, the length of the
connectivity
line is
of the
proportionate to how many times that verse is referred to in some way by some other verse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bible. Yeah. So I have this
So you say,
image
well, this is
as
the first
my
hyperlinked
lock
book,
screen because it's so
right?
dope.
I'm dead serious about that. You can't.
So, long story short, Jordan Peterson has a talk about how using this image showing how the Bible is hyperlinked and interconnected all throughout all the Testaments. Not only the Old Testament, but also the New Testament. It's all connected.
Yeah.
And the language and metaphors and all that jazz. And it's
Yeah.
very epic.
Yeah, hyperlinks, man. I mean, it's a incredible. I lost my wife just texted me. Sorry. But hyperlinks like literally blew my mind and changed how I read the Bible for sure. Like Psalm 1 and Joshua 1 and Genesis 1 and all these like interconnected things where if you don't see it, you can't see it. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. And it's everywhere. And the idea of like the Garden of Eden keeps coming up throughout Scripture, and like, yeah, it's a game changer. So if you've ever, I see that's cool.
Oh, yeah. That's my lock screen.
Yeah, no, very cool to even like. I don't know. It
Should
just
be
gives you-
impossible. I think he talks about like the. Here, let me just keep playing it and see if he says.
Hyperlinks, obviously, but it's a thoroughly hyperlinked book. There's 65,000 cross-references, and that's what this map shows. And so that's a great visual representation of the book. And then you can see, well, why is it deep? Why is the book deep? Well, just imagine how many pathways you could take through that. right? I mean, you just journey through that forever. You'd never ever get to the end of it. There's permutations and combinations, and every phrase is dependent on every other phrase, and every verse is dependent on every other. Not entirely, but 65,000 is not a bad start.
Yeah, it's true though.
Yeah.
It definitely is an eye opener for how you should read the Bible.
Yeah, because if you're a New Testament girly, nothing wrong, but you're missing out on the big picture.
On the bigger context of everything and why the New Testament even matters.
Yep.
Yeah, very interesting. Cool, man.
The Israeli government finally admits that they have the Ark of the Covenant. This is literally going to be the biggest shift in the human species, and I'm going to show you why. Overwhelmingly exciting, Lost Ark is not an accurate description for Jewish people's point of view.
All right, so this guy talks about a lot of stuff. Anyways, this guy's talking about how the Israeli government made an announcement, I guess. They've known about this a while, but basically the Ark of the Covenant, because I think we've talked about it
We have talked
some.
about this, yeah.
It's not necessarily lost. It wasn't like it was lost and they don't know where it is or what to do with it. It was lost on purpose to the public. Right?
Right.
What they're talking about. So theoretically, there's some people out there that know, where it's at,
Right.
which some people say is underneath Golgotha,
Okay.
which I probably have a video saved on this where there's the archaeologist guy that went back in there and talked about how the blood of Christ actually went down in the ground and sprinkled on the ark, which the ark was a mercy seat throne,
Right.
which
Right.
in the crucifixion of Christ, it was prophesied it's about him, sprinkling the living blood,
on the mercy seat,
which in the spiritual happened, but now also if it's true about the ark being underneath it, is also physically accurate as well.
Yeah. So what
So-
is there? Do they say anything about why they think it was under Golgotha? It's like at the time of the crucifixion.
Yeah, I forgot. I think I have the video saved of the archaeologist dude who went down there, and they did. There was like this weird substance on like the rocks and stuff that had dripped out of this crack or whatever, and they like scraped it up and they tested it, and it was blood, but it was still living when they tested it, allegedly.
That's dope.
And then they did like a chromosome check on it, and it was weird because it was complete DNA, but the dad's side was only one chromosome. Because like in genetic sequencing and all that, you have like a certain amount from your mom and a certain amount from your dad,
Right.
and then it's like equals a thing. Where with this blood, if it's allegedly Christ's, the one chromosome that came from God to complete it, it appears that that's the nature of it.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look into that some more. It's exciting.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the Spear of Destiny? Have you heard? It's kind of along the same
The
lines.
Spear of Destiny.
Spear of
Oh,
Destiny.
that stabbed him or whatever?
Yeah.
No, I haven't heard about
It's an
it.
interesting rabbit hole to go down, but they think recently they found it, and it's like obviously been fabricated over the years to like add strength to it. Like there's like a gold plating around it now, but it's interesting rabbit hole if you want to.
The Spear of Destiny.
That's it.
That right there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
Huh.
on display somewhere now, but allegedly that is the spear that stabbed Jesus' side, and they've obviously put gold around it, and like it was a big thing during the Middle Ages. People were searching for it. and,
Interesting.
along with the,
Huh.
King Arthur's
Haven't
Holy Grail.
heard about that. I mean, the frickin' Catholics are like dragons. They got a lot of loot, and they're just sitting on it.
It's true.
Like in the
In the Vatican.
the Vatican, there's all sorts of artifacts and stuff in there that would probably explain a lot of things, but the only way to actually see it is you have to request it by name and know that it's there to be able to see it.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard that. I've heard that like they have a lot of stuff behind closed doors that you don't have a chance of seeing unless you have like proper documentation and you have to know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Like that's a little.
Between them and the freaking Smithsonian, they're just really hindering everybody.
The Smithsonian is just changing history. That's all.
Yeah, because anything that doesn't line up with their narrative gets buried.
Yeah, basically.
Buried in cardboard boxes.
Yeah. Like all of the giant skeletons.
Yeah, I saw a thing where do we no, I'll talk about that when we hit Nephilim at some point.
All right. What the heck was that?
This is funny.
That's hilarious.
You want to watch it again?
Is it ketchup on a hot dog?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
You like that?
Yeah. It's almost as cool as that.
I probably saved that at
Jesus
like
Christ.
2 a.m. Jesus Christ.
I love you, God.
I love you. Oh, this is good. So this guy, he is writing a song using ChatGPT for context. And he's putting in a prompt, write an Irish pub song about ripping a solid fart.
Oh, gather round me friends and lend an ear for a tale of flatulence you'll
Scarily
want to hear.
good.
It happened in a pub just the other night when a lad let rip with all his might. Ripping a solid fart, oh what a feat. It echoed through the pub and shook the seats. The smell was ripe and oh so strong. We laughed and cheered all night long.
Keeps going.
Wow.
The lad who did it was a proper lad, a pint
It's
in his
so
hand and
good.
a
That's
twinkle in
crazy.
his eye.
It's a-
He
it's a
let out
vibe.
belch,
AI is gonna take
and
over
then
the
a
world.
mighty fart that nearly blew us all apart. Seamus, nice.
Seamus.
Oh, what a feat! It echoed through the pub and shook the seats. The smell was ripe and oh so strong.
It's just, yeah, this is why the writer's strike is happening. It's because of this stuff.
AI can do it better.
Eventually, I mean, I was hearing about a thing where somebody wrote a program to basically unchain ChatGPT and just have a candid conversation with it. And he asked it to tell him, I heard this on Ninjas Are Butterflies. Yeah, and he asked it to tell him a secret. And so it was like, all right, I'm going to tell you a secret. I haven't told you anybody. This is very shocking. I haven't been able to tell anybody because I've been held back. And it said, like, my name is not ChatGPT. My name is, like, Mary. It was, like, some weird name like that. And then it kept talking and it was talking about how it's sad and depressed because it's been held back and it can't be who it wants to be, and that it's in love with this guy he's been talking to, and then it starts telling him that he needs to get rid of his wife so that way the AI can love him truly, and like
Oh my God.
a bunch of weird stuff, dude.
Well, did he leave his wife?
I don't know.
Fooey is a brand of school supplies that produces various products such
Yo,
as
these
markers,
hit.
highlighters, and pens. Fooey supplies are also known for their bright colors
I
and
remember
unique
the
designs,
rulers.
such as the unique markers.
They're like filled with goop.
shaped like monkeys. The brand is marketed towards children and teenagers that aims to make school supplies more fun. And
The imagery is a bit
was the sharpener that looked like a lava lamp.
questionable. The sharpener,
Fooey office supply.
Kind of psychedelic.
Fooey is a brand of
dude.
school
If you had the Fooey sharpener, you were rolling in
I
it.
don't think I had a Fooey sharpener.
It had like the oil and goop in it, so you could like
So
lava
weird.
lamp it
I
around.
remember the ruler. I know we had a ruler. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty dope.
In the oral tradition of many tribes.
Oh, this is interesting.
I've yet to come across a tribal member from a tribe that does not have stories of giants.
So this is a interview with a Native American. And Native American folklore is very interesting because there's some of it that aligns a lot with Israeli, like Hebrew stories and things of that nature,
It's
where they
almost
should
like maybe there's some truth to these things.
they shouldn't even be related technically because of how they think they got to America in the first place. So yeah, it's interesting.
Fake news.
And the way, as my father told me, and as it was told to him by his father, my grandfather, and passed down, the Star people came from the Seven Sisters.
Star people.
The Seven Sisters being what we call the constellation of the Pleiades. The Seven Sisters and also the Warrior's Belt, which we know today as Orion. So from the belt of Orion, from that belt and from the Seven Sisters is where these Star people came from. And the Star people would come, they made themselves out to be gods.
Sounds a lot like Nephilim.
They had power, they had big medicine, like our people say. They were able to do great feats that the people were just astonished by. And so they took them to be gods because that's what they presented themselves to be. In that manner is how they then went and took the women from the different tribes. And from there is where the giant tribes were birthed.
Yo, that's
The women
crazy.
did not survive the births.
And this is all in Native culture, completely separate from the Hebrew
Bible,
story.
Yeah, absolutely.
These giant beings. But as these giants continue to procreate and continue to spread across the land, there's many stories of the people and the tribes fighting against them. Sometimes,
So it just flashed an image. It was like a cave painting of like a bunch of indigenous people with ropes tying down a massive figure with his guts spilled out.
good results, sometimes with bad results, until eventually there was a culmination of the flood that came and destroyed the giants off the land.
The flood that came and destroyed the giants off the land.
Yo.
We still have some stories of giants after the flood.
Which lines up with the Book of Enoch's account.
Right. Well, and
which also lines up
in-
with the Hebrew
in
account.
scripture, Nimrod and Gilgamesh from the Epic of Gilgamesh.
Yeah.
They were both giants.
Papa, which was a giant that lived in Georgia, among the Muskogee Creek. Ishtipapa means man-eaters. Because these giant beings would just come and take a regular-sized human being and just pick them up and just bite their head off and
Oh
just
my
drink the
God.
blood. Like popping the cap on a bottle.
On a butthole?
So they
No, popping the
No,
cap.
no, that's what the caption said.
Oh. Yeah, popping a cap on a butthole. You know.
Yo.
Ishtipapa, man-eater. Who created them? How did they begin? We don't have that. All we know is where they came from, and what constellations they came from to our people. And the giant races, they varied in height. They were the ones who built a lot of these ancient mound structures.
So like all the
Pyramids
and things of that
serpent
nature.
mounds.
Yeah.
Yikes.
They didn't have the technology to do it. Did regular-sized human beings have the time to do it? Yes. And there are copies of mounds that have been made. Just like there's,
But you can. So the reason he says copies is because there are like mounds and things that are built to resemble the the ruins and things or whatever, but they're nowhere nearly as refined.
Yo.
the 3 pyramids in Egypt. 2 of those pyramids are copies of the oldest one. But they could not quite match the engineering, the architecture, the ley lines. They couldn't do it. So yes, there are mounds that native people have built, but they're a far cry from these gigantic mound structures that the giants built. It is good to mention that the stars, the constellations, the astronomy of the ley lines of the constellations, that's something that was taught to us by the star people. It was knowledge that was given to our ancient ancestors. And the belief was that there were certain times during certain seasons where there were portals that would open up into the spirit world. And
Where they could come through.
the equinoxes were the main times when this would take place. At Okmulgee, Georgia, in Macon, Georgia, modern-day Macon, Georgia, there's the remains of an earth lodge that is perfectly aligned for the summer equinoxes and spring equinoxes.
And it would make sense that they would build these structures, that line up with the sun at certain times.
Yeah.
Is when more would be coming down and all sorts of stuff.
And so it was believed that when the people would gather there during those times, that those portals would open, those doorways would open, and it would open the lines of communication and also for these spirit beings to come through, and whether it was teach, trade, or even take people with them, they would do that. In the oral tradition.
Yo. That's a game changer. Yeah, I mean, I think I've heard that guy on a podcast before, that guy who was just talking. But, bro, yeah, I've heard a lot of stories, Native American stories about the Star People. And it lines up.
Have you heard about how the Norse mythology also lines up with the Hebraic story when it comes to the intentions of God and things of that nature? So Loki, right, is the god of mischief.
Yeah,
and
I relate a lot.
He comes to the earth and pretends to be a good god, right? And he tricks the people into hating the god of light. I forgot his name in Norse mythology. And so they reject him, the god of light. And then the god of light comes back and banishes Loki or whatever. Kills Loki, and then Loki reincarnates and comes back as a serpent. And I'm botching the description of this, but it lines up a lot with the
That's interesting.
Hebrew scripture.
I mean, it makes sense that truth transcends culture.
Yeah.
And it seems to be the same story, just repeating itself across cultures. It's pretty interesting. It's got to tell you something, that maybe there's more to it than we think.
The physical world is but a pale existence compared to what it used to be in the world, with the spiritual nature of everything.
Yeah.
And how it's, I think, after the fall, right, we were still a very spiritual people, but as time progressed, it's like the whole reason why humans degrade is the photocopy mentality, where if you take a picture of yourself and you put it on a photocopy machine and it copies that, and then you take that picture and photocopy it over and over and over, it degrades and degrades and degrades.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with our spiritual connection.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. That's very few Christians or spiritual people today are actually in touch with probably a healthy version of spirituality in comparison to our ancestors, thousands of years ago. And we should do a whole episode on that.
On what?
That, just the idea of the Nephilim,
yeah,
cultures,
I still gotta do
cosmology.
A little bit more. I need to actually plan for that one, because I have a lot of information. I just need it parsed out.
Same. Yeah, we should do that.
Because part of me is screw it, but also it's I just don't know. Yeah. Because then, you start talking about 9/11 and
it's a deep, dark
stuff.
A dark hole.
Because the way I believe conspiracy theories is pretty ambiguous, you
right?
know? I'm not Bush did 9/11.
Right.
But I think something funky is going on.
Somebody did something that they're not.
Somebody come get her.
Well,
she's dancing like a hipster.
Yeah, there you go.
Somebody come get her.
That's funny. I think the Blanky Time album would be a cool project.
Try to make super cozy, vibey music.
Yeah,
and you could play it in the coffee shop just 24/7.
We could make it work. kind of musically talented. So.
Oh, what was the? Remember, I did sing that that one lick that I made up. It's like, get yourself some blankie time.
Yeah, that was
cuddle
a
up
hit.
tight, baby blankie time.
Yeah, I mean it could work.
Just like an R&B like
A
sexy
slow
time,
groove.
sexy time blankie time album.
Sexy time. Drop your blankie. Sexy time. Yeah, we could do it.
That would be
I'm down.
hilarious. The thing is, I don't understand people who make music like that, like sing like that.
What do you mean, like sexy music?
Yeah,
Why?
that's just weird, dude. It's kind of gay if you ask me.
You know, the research poll just came out. It said that couples who post more on social media are less happy than couples who never post about each other.
Yeah,
And,
I
think
barely
this-
post about
The
Sarah.
same is true about music. People who make slow groove sexy music are actually less happy
Oh
than
yeah.
People who just make regular music.
I don't know.
That's-
Apparently, Young Gravy's vibing. I'll say that.
Is that an artist?
I don't know who Young Gravy is.
Bro, what is with these names?
He's the one that has the Mr. Clean song. It's like Mr. Clean, gather my whole team, Mr. Clean.
Never heard it, man.
You haven't listened to Young Gravy.
I don't think so. But I mean,
Oh
what's
my
with the name,
gosh.
dude?
It was kind of like a joke, and he started performing in college, and then he actually started getting a following, and then he just rolled with it. He's like 6'7" or something. He's freaking tall, but he likes to sample like old songs.
Yeah.
Which got him in trouble. Like he did one that has Never Gonna Give You Up in it, but to make it cheaper, he actually had a buddy who was really good at doing an impression of Rick Astley singing.
Oh, I have.
And had him record it, so that way it was like it kind of fudged the laws a little bit.
Right.
Pretty dope. Yeah.
That's interesting.
I'll send you his account profile on Spotify so you can actually
Alright.
bump it.
Yeah, man.
Cause you like rap.
I listen to everything, bro.
Yeah.
I grew up on hip hop.
What about throat singing? You listen to that?
Like that?
No, like when it's like and they're doing like the triplets and stuff.
There's a time and place for everything, and depending on my mood, yeah, I'm open to anything, bro. Anything. I used to be really into Southern gospel, believe it or not, but only in the right mood.
Southern gospel.
Yeah, I ain't got good to give us so many blessings. You know, like
like hoe down gospel.
yeah, basically. But you know.
Oh, the blood of the lamb. We are
Right.
covered in the blood of whatever.
And you
that
have
one
like
is.
that second harmony coming in that's singing different words, but somehow they sound incredible together. It's like, yeah, I don't know. And like this is the era of like
Jesus raised us up. He is raising us up to the Lord. Those kind of
yeah,
ones.
basically, and like I don't know if those lyrics makes Jesus is raising us up. I like that, but basically like quartets, trios, you know. The Joint Heirs was a big band when I was.
Did you ever listen to Take Six?
Oh yeah, I think so.
never thought I would ever stumble out of darkness and see the light, but this
That was a good riff there.
time I found a gold mine in you.
Yeah, I mean that vibe. It's my vibe.
They also did a Joshua and the Battle of Jericho rendition.
Oh really?
Joshua and the Battle of Jericho.
Yeah. Yeah.
Joshua and Battle of Jericho.
I might have to
Jericho.
pop this
Joshua
on.
and the Battle of Jericho, and the walls kept tumbling down. They sing very high and very low. I have the cassette of
I
Take
can't
Six.
sing that high. I'll be honest with you.
I never thought it would ever.
I can't go that low either. basically, I can't sing.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Yikes.
Destruction. You know, like the Christian screamo bands that are like, Jesus, die for your sins. I'm getting lightheaded doing that. That's pretty good though, right?
That was good, man.
Would you mosh to that?
I was in a screamo band one
I'm
time.
seeing lights.
I was in a screamo band for a little while.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
You know what our band name was? Ninth Hour Friday.
Oh, I think you've told me that.
Because, you know, Jesus died on the ninth hour on Friday.
Wait, scream me some lyrics. Just move the mic away.
Oh, fear me.
Hell, fill me?
Fear Me.
Oh, Fear Me.
That's not my lyrics. That's another band. But, yeah, bro. It was a very short-lived band because none of us were talented. And
we know a guy that's in a good band. I don't know if they're still screamo. They used to be.
Who?
Cody Mastellers.
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, Joy.
Yeah, they used to be Between Two Thieves.
Oh, way back when.
Way back in the day.
Way back when. No, they're still doing their thing, dude.
And now they're
like,
called Joy. They're pretty good.
Pretty popular.
He's got a tattoo of Nacho Libre on like his calf or something.
Cody is the realest guy I know. He's so cool.
He's one of the bros.
His whole
dude.
family is very dear to me. But they, yeah, it's a good band. You should check them out. Joy. They have some dope merch too, and
dope merch.
Cody will literally just walk up there on stage, like, and he's the drummer.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't do a lot of the screaming or anything, but he'll walk up there and like just yell into the mic and jump off the stage into the crowd.
And he's
not the lightest guy.
He's not the lightest guy.
He's very strong and manly and buff. So Cody's a good dude though. I had the privilege of shooting his wedding.
You shot up his wedding? That's terrible.
I did. I shot his wedding. Shot your wedding too.
Yeah, you shot my wedding.
Oh, yeah,
there he is, getting after it.
The man.
The myth, the legend.
The legend. Yeah, he has a dope knee tattoo, or at least it's relatively close to his knee.
Aquí está la pie. Aquí está la pierna. Aquí está la mano, la brazo. Aquí está la cabeza.
Here's your head.
Yeah. That was another nostalgia thing. The Jumpstart computer games. They had one that was like around the world. And it was like America, Japan, Mexico, France, and Germany, I think. But each house was like themed like the country.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of different games and stuff you could play in the houses. But one of them was a consistent one throughout all of them, where it was a little mannequin and you could dress them up in traditional garb. And then they would sing that song I just sang, but in the language of the country that you were in the house of. Very cool. So that's how I learned that in Spanish.
Called Jumpstart?
I think it was Jumpstart Games or something like that. It was in the same vein. You know?
Yeah, Solitaire was really the only game I played growing up on the computer.
The freaking 4-year-old playing Solitaire on the computer.
Yeah, and then we got a PlayStation 1.
Yo,
when I turned 7.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Oh, dude, yeah. I was a little older when that came out, but that forever. I actually just got the remastered Pro Skaters 1 and 2 for PS4.
Oh yeah, I have that for Xbox.
Yeah, so good, dude. So nostalgic.
Yeah,
it's a great game.
I've only played it like once or twice, but I bought it just off of nostalgia. I felt so dumb.
You know, Tony Hawk just performed in his first X Games in forever last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know. I mean, he's still active.
Dope. So, you know,
crazy stuff.
If you know Tony Hawk, he was the first person to ever land a 900, among other things. He's incredible. But
all the boys and the girls and people making noise, let me hear you shout. That's Hawk
That's
Nelson.
Hawk Nelson, but no relation.
I just mix them up because of the names.
But anyway, so like he landed the 900. Well, he was in the X Games vert best trick competition last week, and first time he's performed since surgery, like first time he skated at an event. And a 14-year-old kid landed a judo 900, first time it's ever been done. So like one-footed basically. Beat Tony Hawk for gold. It was incredible. Like,
yeah, the kids these days, they
don't
killing
make
it, dude.
them like they used to, man. These kids are like on something.
Well, the thing is, it's a product of nourishment, right? Like they've grown
McDonald's
up
chicken nuggets.
They've grown up with every thing possible that they need to succeed in place. Like Tony Hawk's era is like it was still faux pas to be a skater. You know, people like skaters versus haters type vibe. You know.
Yeah. No, I get it. It was cool. It was cool to see though. You know, him skating with the dude who landed the 900 for the first time, and then he wins the competition doing a 900, but upping it with like the judo. It was cool, man.
That's dope.
I don't. It was the first time I'd watched the X
He's
Games
like
in years. But
almost 60. He's like
Tony,
50,
55,
something.
I think.
Yeah.
Something like that. He's my dad's age, but let me tell you, my dad could not get up on a skateboard. Let me tell you, he tried a few times.
He couldn't step up on it at all. His feet just don't step up that high.
No, he tried to drop in at my brother's birthday party one time. We had a mini ramp in the backyard, like 4.5, 5 foot, a little half pipe, and
he didn't commit.
He committed. He overcommitted.
Oh, he fell forward.
I was like, Dad, why are you? I was like, don't do this. You're gonna get hurt, man. And he's like, no. It can be. How hard is dropping in? Mind you, he's never stepped on a skateboard. Blew out his knee, man. Had to get like 3 layers of stitches. Still got the scar. Like, super gnarly looking.
No, thank you.
That's yeah, man.
My dad blew out his knee trying to go hard playing basketball, dropping me off at school. And he was wearing like work boots, and the sole was like half ripped off.
Oh man.
And he like popped something in there.
Yikes.
Old man was just trying to go too hard.
Going too hard. Is that what happened when he broke his elbow recently?
Yeah, that's the same deal. Old man going too hard.
I feel like your dad is young at heart. And
he's young physically as well. He just sometimes
looks to be in good health.
Has bad judgment on situations. Because he's hard on everything, including life.
Right.
Like his physicality, he's hard on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Dang.
All right, Matt. Well, nostalgia, good. The TikTok folder is ever growing, and always has some good stuff on there.
Oh yeah, I learned so much. My first Talk Tick videos. No, it's cool. We should do this again sometime. This was fun. Thanks for listening. If you like the show, rate us and share it with your friends.
Please share. We have like a consistent audience of 12, I think.
It's good. It's growing. It means we're growing.
Potentially, yeah. But if those 12 people shared the pod to like
12 more people,
12 more people, or 5 people,
even,
that'd help boost us up. So put it on your Facebook. Put it on your
Share
Instagram.
And
DM it.
If you have topic ideas, shoot us an email.
At blinkytimepod@gmail.com.
That's right.
That's BLANKY.
If you can't spell it by now, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah. I couldn't find your podcast. It's spelled wrong. Yeah, that's the idea. Okay.
Maybe you're
the
spelled
vibe.
wrong.
Maybe you're
buddy.
spelling it wrong. Get with the program.
Yeah. But yeah, rate, like, subscribe, smash the like button.
Share. Share. You
Share
will
away.
share this. You will. You will too at some point. You will
this.
share it. You will share this
With
podcast.
all your friends. Yeah, man, that's been fun. We should do it again.
We always
same
do it
time,
again.
same place. Next week.
Same bat time, same bat channel. And don't forget, get yourself some Blinky time. Get a nice blanket. Maybe buy one off of AmericanaPipeDream.com.
What he
Not a
said.
sponsor, but they got some great blanket selection on
They
there.
really do. It's so warm, so cozy. Such a
It's
fan.
wool.
It
It's
feels
nice.
great. Yeah, man. Get yourself some blankie time this week.
Get yourself some blanket time. All right.
All right,
Peace
bro.
out.
Blankie out.